Hi, everybody. Today is Tuesday, April 14th. 14th, yes, 14th. Um, Miss Donahue yesterday finished your first mini book of Classroom 13 of The Unlucky Miss Linda and all of the winnings that she got and how she shared it with her classmates and what they did with it. Now, the book is not over, so this is what you've read so far. This is what we still have to go. Book 2 is starting today, and it's titled The Disastrous Magical Wishes of Classroom 13. So it seems like it's kind of continuing the story, but in its own little book. So we're restarting with chapter 1. And this chapter 1 is called Wishless Miss Linda. Here it is. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I was just reading a little thing at the bottom. It was cute. All right. When wishless schoolteacher Miss Linda Lacrosse woke up Thursday morning, she decided it would be another unfortunate day, and she was right. First, she washed her hair with toothpaste, then brushed her teeth with shampoo and conditioner. It did not taste good, but her hair was minty fresh. When she got in her car, she realized it was out of gas, so she had to walk to work. On her way, the wind grew rather strong. It blew her down, and she scraped her knee. She wished that she had a wish that would come true, but she didn't have any wishes. I did mention she was wishless. Miss Linda was almost to work when she noticed a giant hole in the sidewalk. It appeared that someone had been digging. Probably mole people, she thought. As she was walking around the hole, a large gust of wind came along. It blew her so hard she fell backward into the hole. Bonk! She fell right on her bottom. Halfway buried in the rubble beside her, she saw a golden lamp. This was not the kind of lamp you plug in to light a room. It was an ancient oil lamp that could light up a room if you filled it with oil and lit it. An oil lamp was one of the ways people saw at night a long time ago. Of course, then some wise guy went and invented electricity and put all the oil lamps out of business. What an odd place to put a lamp, Miss Linda noted. She pulled the golden lamp out of the dirt and examined it. It's quite beautiful, though. I'll take it to school and show my classroom. We can talk about other things one can find in the ground. Rocks, worms, dinosaur bones. Yeah, what a great lesson. As she crawled out of the hole, Miss Linda thought her day was starting to look up. Then several bees started to chase her. She was only partially allergic and wouldn't die, but bee stings still hurt. Miss Linda knew because bees love to sting her. She'd been stung 173 times, and that was just this year. The bees chased her all the way to the school. When she got inside, she slammed the door shut and watched all the bees bop against the glass. Ha! You didn't get me, Miss Linda said. But one bee had flown ahead to wait for her inside the school. It stung her right on the lip. Ow, 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 Miss Linda cried. You're late again, Miss Linda, said the principal, pointing to his watch. Sorry, Mr. Principal, Miss Linda said. She could no longer pronounce her R's or her L's because her lip was swollen. She rushed down the hall in her heels, click, clack, click, clack, click, clack, all the way to her classroom. Her classroom was number 13, which, if you don't know, is a very unlucky number. Oh, students, I apologize terribly for being terribly late, Miss Linda said. I've had quite the awful morning. Of her 27 students, including Earl the hamster, 25 of them were present. Santiago Sniffles Santos was not at school. He had a terrible flu. He begged his mom to let him go to school so he didn't miss anything fun, but she insisted he stay home. William was also not in class. He had told his grandma he had a stomach ache so he could stay home, but he did not have a stomach ache. He just wanted to stay at home all day and watch cartoons. Of the 25 students who were in class, only 22 of them were awake. Of those 22, 7 were on their phones. Of the 15 left, 2 were arguing over something dumb. and 3 were drawing Jedi lightsabers, which are not dumb at all. Of the 10 students left, 4 were playing a card game, 3 were flying drones, 2 were studying for today's quiz, and 1 was running in circles. You might think I'm talking about Earl, but I'm not. Out of all 25 students present, none of them were happy to see Miss Linda. They all liked Miss Linda, especially after she gave them each a check for over $1 billion. But they didn't want to see Miss Linda. Not today. Her lips were swollen to the size of 2 bananas, and she'd broken out into a terrible rash. She looked quite monstrous. "Miss Linda," Ava said, covering her eyes, "what happened to your face?" "Are you turning into a zombie?" Tio asked. "I'm not turning into a zombie," Miss Linda explained. "I am partially allergic to bee stings, and I was stung this morning." "Ew," said Maya. "Gross," said Madison. "Votre visage est horrible," shouted Hugo, who was from France and spoke only in French. "That's enough, children," Miss Linda said. "Let's not waste any more time. You have to learn, and I am here to teach. Today I found a golden lamp." "You mean a golden lamp?" corrected Olivia. "That's what I said, a golden lamp," repeated Miss Linda. Miss Linda pulled the golden lamp out of her purse. When the students saw it, they were already bored. "That lamp doesn't even have a plug," said Mark. "How's it supposed to work?" "Well, let me explain," Miss Linda started. Noticing how dirty the lamp was, she gave it a hard rub with the palm of her hand. There was a loud crack of lightning and a poof of purple smoke. Then a ghostly blue man appeared, floating in the middle of the classroom. Chapter 2. Wishful Miss Linda. As by now you can probably assume what Disney movie that's kind of copying in a little bit of a way. Aladdin. Wishful Miss Linda. School teacher Miss Linda Lacrosse and the children of classroom 13 stared at the blue man. He was floating in the middle of classroom 13 as if he were a cloud. The students could see through him a little, like a dirty window. Also, he smelled kind of bad, like a fart after eating chili for lunch. Excuse me, Miss Linda spoke up. "Who are you?" Because of her swollen lip, she still couldn't pronounce L's and R's. "I am the Grand Djinn," the blue man said. "What's a djinn?" Sophia asked. "Well, a cotton gin is a machine that separates cotton fibers from their seeds," said Olivia. She was the smartest student in the classroom, in the 13th classroom. "So you make clothes?" Sophia asked. "No, I grant wishes," said the djinn. "I am a djinn, not a djinn." "Oh, you mean a genie," said Ethan. "I am not a genie. I am a djinn," said the djinn. "Genie is a dumb word that some silly Frenchman made up while translating Arabic in the mid-17th century. "Comment savez-vous?" said Hugo, offended. "Sounds like a genie to me," said Jacob. "I am a djinn," the djinn thundered. "No need to get grumpy. Would you like a juice box?" Miss Linda poked a straw through the foil hole and gave it to the blue man. The djinn drank it happily. "Now, could you tell me why you here?" Miss Linda asked with her swollen lip. "I don't understand," the djinn asked. "Why are you talking funny?" "Oh, darn it. A bee stung me this morning, and now I'm not talking white. I wish this swollen whip would go away." "Wish granted," the djinn said, snapping his fingers. A swirl of gold magic flew through the air and hit Miss Linda in the lip. Her lip immediately shrank and returned to normal. "Wow!" the whole class said in awe. "Does Miss Linda get more wishes?" asked Ava. "Do all of us get wishes?" asked Tio. "I suppose each of you can have one wish," the djinn said. Genies give 3 wishes, shouted Liam. I am not a genie, I am a djinn, and you watch too many movies. In the real world, a djinn only grants a person 1 wish, so think carefully. Miss Linda got very excited. She had always wanted a wish. She knew exactly what she would wish for. As the teacher, I think I should make my first wish, she said. That way, the students can see how to make a good wish. Sorry, the djinn said. You already used your wish on your lip. Miss Linda sat down and put her head on the desk. She took 3 deep breaths, then stood up. She'd be sad later. Right now, she needed to be a good teacher. Okay, class, listen up. Everyone gets 1 wish, but we'll do this 1 student at a time. The djinn may be very cruel in not giving me another wish, but he is still a guest in our classroom. When I call your name, you can come up and tell Mr. Djinn your wish. The kids were all buzzing with excitement. They couldn't wait for their turn. Oh, Mr. Djinn, Miss Linda said, are there any rules the students should know about before their wishing begins? Just 1, the djinn said with a sly smile. Be careful what you wish for. Dun, dun, dun! We'll continue tomorrow with chapters 3 and 4. I'm assuming it's going to follow a similar manner. In each chapter is going to be a kid and what they're wishing for, like in the previous book where each chapter was a kid and what they did with their $1 billion. All right, have a wonderful day, guys. See you later.